Greetings from Columbia, South Carolina, and Harry Perone Stadium on the campus of Spring Valley High School. It is your site for the 2012 South Carolina High School State Track and Field Championships. Hello, everybody. I am Birch Antley along with Emerson Phillips. And Emerson, I hope you have those shoelaces tied down tight because this is the fastest event in sports.
We will move quickly this weekend, Birch, no doubt about that. 1,300-plus student-athletes from 160-plus schools competing in the State Track and Field High School Championships here at Spring Valley High School in Columbia this weekend. It is a one-of-a-kind event. Birch, we open it up with the first event of the weekend, the state championship run in the 3A girls 4x800-meter relay. Wade Hampton will run in lane 1. It will be Hilton Head in lane 2. The Greenville Red Raiders in 3. Union County in 4. Cane Bay runs in lane 5, followed by Eastside in 6. Daniel wearing the light blue in lane 7, and in red, the Falcons from AC Flora. The senior Lillian Tribble will run the first leg. 3A girls 4x800 meters, Birch. The top 8 times in the state qualify for the championship meet. So we have whittled it down to 8 teams, and tonight we run for the state championship.
Indeed we do, and keep your eyes on lanes 5 and 6. That's where our favorites are. Cane Bay in lane number 5, Eastside in lane number 6. In last year's state championship here at Spring Valley High School, Eastside finished second, Cane Bay finished third. The Yellow Jackets of Fort Mill High School won this event a year ago, but they did not qualify for the state championship here in 2012. But watch out in lane 1 as well. The Generals of Wade Hampton High School from Greenville, they have posted the fastest qualifying time, under 10 minutes, Emerson 9:52.
Right of your screen right there is Lauren Mecklenburg, the junior from Wade Hampton. Hilton Head running in lane 2, and Birch, 3 of the 8 schools did not qualify for this event last year. So Hilton Head, Greenville, and AC Flora did not qualify for the 4x800-meter relay championship run a year ago, but they are in the field this year, and the state championship is on the line tonight, Birch. We had the qualifying meet last weekend. You had to run a top 8 time in the state to qualify for this event, which is for the state championship.
There you see AC Flora left of your screen, the Falcons from Forest Acres in Columbia. Beautiful facility here at Spring Valley High School. Harry Perone Stadium underwent some massive renovations a couple of years ago, and this is a gem of a facility here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, you get a look at some of the work that was done here. All the arches there, part of the new renovations that were done about 2 years ago, courtesy of the taxpayers of Richland County, and that has really elevated this track and field facility into one of the premier venues for high school track in South Carolina.
Lane number 8, there is AC Flora, and the lanes will move from that brick wall that you see, 8 down to 1. And we will go 2 laps, each runner 2 laps around the track before they pass the baton to the next runner. So that's lane 8 from the left of your screen down to lane 1 in the right. And it's AC Flora and Daniel starting out early, as they should, with those lane positions drawn by AC Flora and Daniel. And now coming out quickly ahead, it looks to be Union County, I believe, Emerson.
That's right. That's Shakira Epps, the senior from Union County, in the black and gold out in front here on the first leg. It's 4 runners per school, 2 laps per runner in the 4x800-meter state championship relay for 3A girls.
Each runner looking to go under 2 minutes. They'll try to go around a minute each lap. That's usually a really good pace here in the Class 3A girls. And Union County's lead is slipping a little bit along that back straightaway. So 400 meters in the books. And making a move is Daniel and Elizabeth Dawson, the sophomore.
Daniel in that powder blue, that light blue uniform, making a push for the lead here on the first leg.
And Lillian Tribble from AC Flora has put the Falcons in fourth.
Now Wade Hampton.
Yeah, Wade Hampton making a nice little push there. That is Lauren Mecklenburg, the junior, as she is on the heels of the runner Elizabeth Dawson from Daniel, and running neck and neck in fourth, Union County and AC Flora.
Birch, Wade Hampton ran the fastest qualifying time. They were 9 seconds better than the second fastest qualifier last weekend. And now it is Lauren Mecklenburg, the junior from Wade Hampton, right there in black, putting the Generals from the Greenville area into the lead in this first event of state championship weekend.
And wow, has she really kicked it into another gear as she is really extending that lead now for the Generals over Daniel. And Wade Hampton's Mecklenburg will make the exchange. A clean pass to LaChelsea Thomas, the senior, running the second leg here.
Thomas ran in this event last year. Wade Hampton finished in 7th place out of 8 teams, but they are much improved this year, and they have built a huge lead here in the second leg.
It is Wade Hampton with the lead. Daniel in second. AC Flora is third. And it looks like Hilton Head trying to make a push, as well as Eastside.
Almost a 100-meter advantage for Wade Hampton here in the second leg, Birch.
A nice, comfortable lead here for the Generals of Wade Hampton with the baton. LaChelsea Thomas.
Flora, Daniel, and Hilton Head, second through fourth right now. And, you know, this is a long race, Birch. 2 laps per runner, 4 runners per school. 9:52, 9 minutes and 52 seconds was Wade Hampton's qualifying time a week ago, and nobody else in the field bested 10 minutes.
Wade Hampton with about a 50-meter lead now, Emerson.
That lead has shrunk a little bit. It was a little bit larger on the last lap for Wade Hampton's LaChelsea Thomas, but she is doing everything to maintain a solid advantage for Wade Hampton High School.
And now the battle is for second place. Daniel, AC Flora right there, along with the Seahawks of Hilton Head High School. Hilton Head has moved into second place now as they finally run into your screen. And it is a huge lead right now for Wade Hampton as you see the third leg runners on the line, waiting for the baton exchange.
Christina Mason, the 10th grader from Hilton Head, has put them into second place, but still some 65 meters in back of our leader, LaChelsea Thomas and Wade Hampton.
So Thomas will pass to Naomi Watson, the senior. And now Naomi Watson will continue with the huge lead the Generals have over Hilton Head in second. Union County is pushed back into third place, followed by Daniel and AC Flora. As you see there, all alone is Naomi Watson, the senior for Wade Hampton.
Watson.
Just a leisurely run here at Perone Stadium.
Watson's keeping a good pace here, Bert. She has pushed that lead out. I'd say it's about 80 meters right now, and Wade Hampton cruising here in the 3A girls 4x800 meter relay. We're on the third leg.
There you see Naomi Watson coming right into your living room.
I believe she was able to cut a glance back over the left shoulder and see just how big this lead is, and she knows that all she's got to do is keep it on the track, Birch, and Wade Hampton's in great shape.
Union County coming around turn 4 in second place, ahead of Hilton Head. And it is a staggering 50 to 60 meter lead here for Wade Hampton, as you see Union County in second place, followed by Hilton Head, AC Flora, and then Daniel.
Yeah, solid third leg here by Leah Kershaw from Union County. They were in about 6th place, and she has moved them up in the field. Union County all the way up into second place right now, but still trailing Wade Hampton by a considerable margin.
Union County's Leah Kershaw trying to track down Naomi Watson, and she's gaining some ground on Watson here, Emerson, on this near straightaway.
She is. It's down to about 50 meters here with Watson, or Kershaw rather, from Union County, closing on Naomi Watson. We still got 2 laps, about 2 1/4 laps to run here, Birch.
Union County coming around turn number 3, closing that gap. It's down to a 25-meter lead now, Emerson. How about that for Union County? Leah Kershaw. She's going to try to kick it into 5th gear here and track down Naomi Watson. And a good little push along that far straightaway by Hilton Head as well.
It'll be London Miller, the 10th grader, running for Wade Hampton here on the final leg. Union County will run Idea Green, also a 10th grader.
And for Hilton Head in 3rd place is Carly McGlynn, an 8th grader. And McGlynn for Hilton Head Island. And for Union County, Idea Green, the sophomore. They have really started on a blistering pace here in the final 800 meters of this race, trying to track down Wade Hampton and London Miller.
I believe Wade Hampton's going to be passed here. Birch, Union County giving chase, Hilton Head right behind.
This has turned out to be a close race here in the anchor leg. At one point in the second leg of this race, Wade Hampton had a 100-meter lead. And Hilton Head making a huge push now from 3rd into 2nd place goes the Seahawks of Hilton Head, and Carly McGlynn, just an 8th grader.
Here we go, coming up on 1 lap to go here, Birch, and London Miller from Wade Hampton in front for the Generals has done a great job to hang on this lead. The lead has shrunk, but Miller still hanging on for Wade Hampton.
McGlynn on the heels of London Miller for Wade Hampton, trying to put the Seahawks on the championship podium in 1st place. Will Wade Hampton be able to hold off the challenge here? Along the near straightaway.
Half a lap to go, Birch, and London Miller has
She's
done a
looking
great
strong
job to stave off what had been a terrific comeback bid by both Union County and Hilton Head. Right now, Hilton Head running in 2nd, and Miller has now opened the lead back up for Wade Hampton when it had all but disappeared.
Yeah, Union County, Hadia Green, the sophomore, she started out so fast on such a quick pace. She is slipping further behind, as well as Hilton Head's Carly McGlynn, and getting stronger along the final 50 meters is Wade Hampton and London Miller, the sophomore, and it looks like the Generals will win the 3A girls 4x800 meter relay. Indeed they do. Congratulations to the Generals of Wade Hampton, Lauren Mecklenburg, LaChelsea Thomas, Naomi Watson, and London Miller, the sophomore, on the anchor leg, holding off the late charge from Hilton Head, which finishes 2nd. Union County places 3rd. And here is a look at your official results.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the award stand this time, we have the results of the girls 4A long jump. In 8th place, jumping 17 feet even from Spartanburg, Nene Middleton. In 7th, jumping 17 feet 1 inch from Orangeburg Wilkinson, Shanice Leach. In 6th, jumping 17 feet 2 inches from Dutch Fork, Ravine Golston. In 5th place, jumping 17 feet 7 inches from James Island, Michaela Stanley. In 4th place, jumping 18 2 3/4 from Sumter, Danielle McFadden. In 3rd, jumping 18 feet 3 inches from Somerville, Roshani Glover. Your runner-up, jumping 18 5 3/4 from Aiken, Natasha Dix. And your champion, 19 feet 1/2 inch from Spartanburg, Abria Smith. Congratulations.
All boys, 4x8 teams should be on the infield at this time. You should be in the clerk area on the infield at this time.
Grab that leg. Don't go all the way, just 'cause otherwise it'll get too short. Bring it back up. I don't know, try something like that. Get that level, right? I need to move this battery.
I shouldn't, because they're pretty much sticking to the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the award stand at this time are the results of the boys 4A long jump. In 8th place, jumping 22.5 from Spring Valley, Malik Wilson. In 7th, at 22.5 from Beaufort, Mark Washington.
Now we are ready for the 3A boys 4x800 meter relay here at Harry Perone Stadium in Columbia. Wade Hampton will be starting in lane number 1. Hilton Head Island, the Seahawks, in lane number 2. Berkeley is in lane 3, followed by Chapin in lane 4. St. James out of Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, is in lane 5. Daniel in lane number 6. South Point in lane number 7. And in lane number 8, it is Fort Mill. So that's your lane assignments for this 3A boys 4x800 meter relay. Keep your eyes on Hilton Head. They won this event a year ago. Look out for Chapin as well. They finished second last year. South Point finished third. The fastest qualifying time belongs to Wade Hampton. They qualified with just over 8 minutes 11 seconds. Hilton Head came in at 8:12, just short of 8:13. So this race, Emerson, it really could be anybody's, but you've got to say your favorite right now, the Seahawks of Hilton Head Island.
Hilton Head has won the last 2 4x800 meter state championships, Birch, but Chapin has run good times this year. They ran some substitute runners in the qualifying meet last week, so they held back some of their better runners, but were still able to qualify for this state championship run. Should be a good one.
And we are off as the starter has fired the pistol, and coming out early, South Point, as they will take this lead early with the baton for South Point, is Lofton Bridges, the sophomore.
Birch, we know all about South Point, don't we? They won the state championship in football this past year, and they've been a real powerhouse across South Carolina high school athletics since their school opened, a little more than 10 years ago.
And South Point High School in the Rock Hill area.
So for the champions of those
And right now this race belongs to South Point here in the opening leg. Each runner will take 2 laps around this track here at Harry Perone Stadium. Making a push is Lexington, trying to move from 3rd into 2nd place. As they have 1 lap in the books. And this will be the final 300 meters for these runners. Wade Hampton has moved into 2nd place right now, followed by Daniel. Andre Ivankovic for Daniel. He is an excellent distance runner. We will see him in the individual 800-meter event.
Right. Bridges from South Point in the red jersey right there set the early pace, but you can see now Daniel with Andre Ivankovic making a move, and Bridges has now surrendered the lead, and South Point will be in 3rd as we pass the baton for the first time.
Yes, it is Daniel in 1st place right now. And now Wade Hampton has quickly moved into the 1st position.
Chris Oakes ran a stellar second lap of that first leg for Wade Hampton to put them in the lead on the baton exchange. Leg 2 here of the 4-leg event. Each runner will turn 2 laps around this track. The field's very tight here, Birch. You see we got the top 6 all within 10 meters of one another.
Yeah, and actually that was Jamal White running the initial leg for South Point. Now Lofton Bridges, the sophomore, is on the baton, as Chapin has moved into 2nd place behind Berkeley. So it is Berkeley, Chapin, Fort Mill, Wade Hampton, South Point. Lexington still in the mix. All of these runners just all bunched in together, Emerson. Really, nobody has jumped out into a clear-cut lead.
Right, it's an 8-lap race. We've turned 3 laps, and we've still only got about 15 meters separating 1st from 7th.
This will be the final lap for these 2nd-leg runners. And as we come around turn number 2, it is Chapin making a push. South Point, Lofton Bridges trying to track him down on the outside, trying to go around the right elbows of the runners in 1st and 2nd place. And now South Point has moved from 3rd into 2nd.
Cody Singletary, the senior from Chapin, has put the Eagles out in front. As we get a look at Berkeley, that's Emmanuel Collier, with Berkeley currently running in 4th place.
Now South Point has reclaimed the lead, Emerson.
Berkeley in 3rd. I'm sorry, Bert. South Point in 1st. Chapin in 2nd.
And Berkeley trying to make a push. Daniel has slipped back to 4th. Wade Hampton is in 5th.
Boy, Bridges did a great job there for South Point.
He did. Excellent job by the sophomore, Lofton Bridges. And now with the baton is Javaris White, the senior. And look out for South Point. You know, a year ago we saw their star football player, Jadavian Clowney, in the 4x100 relay. Well, their star football player from that state championship winning team will be running the anchor leg in this race. That's Devin Pearson.
Right, and another former South Point star taken with the 10th pick of the NFL draft. Just 10 days ago or so, Birch, Stephon Gilmore, played at South Point High School and was the 10th overall selection of the Buffalo Bills in the NFL draft just a week and a half ago.
He was also a standout in track and field as well.
Yes, he was. So we know about the reputation of athletes coming out of South Point High School from the Rock Hill area.
Wade Hampton making a move now, and South Point has relinquished the lead, and they have drifted all the way back into 3rd, possibly into 4th place now.
John Walker Hunt from Wade Hampton came from 5th or 6th place to give the Generals the lead here. The Wade Hampton girls just won the 3A 4x800 meter relay, and now the Wade Hampton boys trying to duplicate that feat. And how about the long strides of John Walker Hunt opening up a lead for Wade Hampton?
He certainly is. Wade Hampton, the Generals out of Greenville, South Carolina. John Walker Hunt has a good 15-meter lead now over the rest of the pack.
Good-looking runner. Birch, long legs, broad shoulders. Not a lot of head movement. That's what you look for. Look how still the head remains. And this kid's coming up on the conclusion of his second lap. And now Chapin closing that gap, Birch. We knew Chapin would be a factor in
Here
this
come
race.
the Eagles spreading their wings. Matthew Height has now taken the lead for Chapin, and South Point trying to push back. And Lexington has come out of nowhere. They're now in second place.
Oh, and Hunt gave out of gas. He's gasping for air as he hands off the baton, and Wade Hampton in sixth as we move to this leg.
Anchor leg. This is the final lap, the final 800 meters. With Chapin in first place. Lexington moving ahead. South Point, Devin Pearson says, I want first place back for the Stallions, and he gets it.
Oh, boy, Pearson, there's a familiar name. This kid had a huge game up at Memorial Stadium in Clemson to help South Point defeat Bluffton for the 3A football championship. Pearson ran a punt back for a touchdown. Or was it two, Birch? It was 2 punt return touchdowns for Devin Pearson in that championship game. So it's amazing how tight we still are here, Birch. The top six right here, still 8 meters apart, coming up on 1 lap to go.
Coming up on the final 400 meters. It is South Point still in first place, but not by much. South Point, Devin Pearson trying to hold off the challenge, and is coming behind him in the form of Chapin. Wade Hampton still there, and Wade Hampton trying to make a little push now, and Wade Hampton, the Generals, trying to track down Devin Pearson in South Point.
That's Ben Burma, white jersey with the red stripe, trying to pass Pearson from South Point. South Point and Wade Hampton coming into the final turn. Chapin right there with Hilton Head.
Chapin, Hilton Head, it is elbow to elbow right there. Coming along the final 100 meters, down the back straightaway they come. It is Chapin trying to edge it out, and here comes Hilton Head. South Point has fallen back. It is going to be Hilton Head. A runner falls, and it is going to be the Seahawks of Hilton Head High School taking back-to-back state championships here in the 4x800 meters.
What a kick by the 10th grader Colton Hennessy to give Hilton Head the win.
How about that? The Seahawks in the first 3 legs, really not much of a challenge until the anchor leg, and Colton Hennessy puts the Seahawks in first place. They'll take home the gold medal here in the 3A 4x800 meter relay. Let's take a look at your official results.
Our girls 4x4 4A should be checked in at this time. Girls 4A 4x4 should be checked in at this time. Correction. That is the girls 4A 4x800 meters should all be checked in at this point. 4x8 should be checked in at this point.
Sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the award stand, we have the young ladies from the 3A girls pole vault. We had a tie for 7th place at 8 feet between Greenville's Ashley Kelly and Seneca's Sydney Paul. In 6th place at 8 feet 6 inches from North Myrtle Beach, Marissa Mayer. In 5th place at 9 feet even from York, Allison Rogers. In 4th place at 9 feet 6 inches from Whitehampton, Ashley Mann. In 3rd place at 10 feet even from St. James, Heather Jewell. Your runner-up at 10 feet 6 inches from West Oak, Megan James. And your champion in the girls 3A pole vault with a vault of 11 feet even from Whitehampton, Natalie Kramer. Congratulations, ladies.
First call, boys, 4A, 4 by 800 meters. First call, boys, 4A, 4 by 800 meters.
Moving on along now to the 4A girls 4x800 meter relay. And Emerson Phillips, you've got our lane assignments here for the 4A classification.
The Warriors from Wando High School will run out of lane 1. It'll be Rosa Marie Compton running the first leg. And in lane 2 for the Patriots from JL Mann, we've got Laura Miller. She's in the 11th grade. Lane 3 is the Lexington Wildcats. Caitlin Kilman, the 9th grader, running leg 1. And in lane 4, it's Dorman with Madison Coggins. She's a sophomore. Lane 5 in the yellow and green right there in your screen is Spring Valley High School with 10th grader Kaylin Taylor. Wren in blue running in lane 6. Bonnie Walls, a senior, will run the first leg. James Island in lane 7 with Sullivan Hamilton. And it is Lauren Morris from Blythewood. There's Morris from Blythewood running leg 1. In lane 8 for the Bengals from Blythewood High School, just down the road from us over here at Spring Valley High.
And we are off. The first runners, 2 laps each before passing the baton. And coming out of the gate early is Dorman and Wren. Wren with the lead, Dorman in second. But making a push into third is JL Mann. Now the fastest qualifying time coming into this state championship posted by the Warriors of Wando High School, 9:43.54. But JL Mann right there, just 1/10 of a second off, 9:43.55.
Almost a dead heat between Wando and JL Mann based on their qualifying times. Dutch Fork won this event 1 year ago, but they failed to qualify. They did not make the top 8 this year. So it's Wando, JL Mann, Lexington Dorman, Spring Valley Wren, James Island, and Blythewood for the state title. 4x800 meter relay, Birch. 4 runners per school, 2 laps per runner.
JL Mann out of Greenville. They finished second a year ago. Lexington finished in third place with the bronze in the 2011 running of the 4x800 relay. And right now it is JL Mann, Wando, and Wren. Right there together, the top 3. Lexington is back in fourth, followed by Spring Valley. James Island trying to make a little push as well. Also, Dorman has sprinted out ahead now. And there is Wando falling back to 3. And now moving into first place, JL Mann.
It's interesting how the pace can be set, on the first lap or lap and a half, but sometimes that first leg runner will not be able to maintain that pace. And now we're seeing a push once again from Dorman and Madison Coggin. She had surrendered the lead, but now she's got it back as we pass the baton for the start of leg 2.
Yeah, Grayson Ford now with the baton in first place for the Cavaliers of Dorman out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Wando in second place, JL Mann in third. And those 3 have really distanced themselves from the rest of the pack.
They have almost a 40-meter advantage between the top 3 and fourth place. James Island in fourth, but again, a good 40 meters back. It's Wando in front right now with their senior, Allison Holden, Mann and Dorman right there as well. Laura Miller running for JL Mann, and it is Grayson Ford running for Dorman. A 3-dog hunt, as they say at this point, Birch.
Yeah, in the back of the pack, Blythewood, Wren, Spring Valley, and Lexington. Lexington trying to track down James Island coming down along the back straightaway. But Wando, Dorman, JL Mann, your top 3. James Island making a push. They're into fourth now. But still a good 18 to 20 meters behind the leader, which is Wando. Now Wando making the third baton pass. Georgia Compton, the junior now, as she takes the baton from Alyssa Holden. It is still Wando, followed by Dorman. And that is Ashley Beach, the junior.
How about this second leg here by Allison Holden, your leader from Wando. She's a senior. It's her last hurrah, Birch, last track meet in a Wando uniform. And she's running, thinking about a state championship, trying to put her team in contention to win this race.
Yeah, you're right. I got ahead of myself there, Emerson. We are still on the second leg. I jumped ahead a runner. And now we will be making our third baton exchange as we come down the back straightaway here.
We had a good look at
final 75 meters.
Dorman's Grayson Ford. Was trying to just stay within earshot of Holden from Wando and keep Dorman in this race. You're not likely to win it in the first 2 legs, Birch, but you can certainly lose it. If you fall 50, 60, 75 meters behind, that will be ground that'll be tough to make up over the last 2 legs.
Now is our third baton exchange as Alyssa Holden for Wando gives way to Georgia Compton. Compton on the track now with the lead, followed by Dorman and Ashley Beach.
Wren has now moved in front of JL Mann for third place.
They popped from 7th to 3rd, just like that, Emerson.
Or that's Lexington, beg your pardon, Birch. Lexington in third, but now Mann threatening to pass Lexington. Wando still your leader. Georgia Compton, the 11th grader, out in front for the Warriors.
Yeah, Wren is still back in 7th. Followed by Blythewood. But your leader is still Wando, Georgia Compton. But she's facing some competition right now from Beach from Dorman High School.
Compton and Beach out in front for Wando and Dorman.
Lexington trying to make a little move there. Emerson trying to increase their status from 4th to 3rd.
Right, man in 3rd, Lexington in 4th, still in this race, 25, 30 meters back. We're on leg 3.
This will be the final trip around the track for these runners, as they will pass the baton to the anchor leg runner. Dorman kind of closing that gap a little bit, knocking on Wando's door. It's about a 15-meter lead for Wando, but Georgia Compton still looking good out there.
Compton's done well, Birch. In fact, she is starting to increase this lead now for Wando High School out of the Charleston area.
Wando in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. It is the largest school in the state of South Carolina based on enrollment, and we're actually kind of running this race right now based on enrollment because Wando is first, and in position number 2 is Dorman, and they're the second biggest school in the state of South Carolina as far as numbers go.
Terrific 3rd leg for Georgia Compton from Wando to lead now 30 meters, Birch.
Now Compton will hand off to the senior Lucy Rumler, who is your anchor leg runner. And Rumler has the Warriors with a very comfortable lead. J.L. Mann posted it the second fastest qualifying time at 9:43, but they have struggled in this race.
Rumler, another senior here, Birch, running for the championship. The Wando lead about 35 meters right now as Lexington making a move for 3rd place with J.L. Mann coming into the bottom of your screen right now.
Now Wando still with the lead. It is Wando in 1st, Dorman in 2nd, but Lexington making a big move around turn number 3. As you see, Lexington in the blue coming right past J.L. Mann, trying to make a move over Dorman, and Lexington does. And Dorman falls back to 4th.
Right, Lexington and Mann.
But it's going to be tough to catch Wando, as that is a huge lead now for Rumler and the Wando Warriors. If she can just keep that pace, Emerson, she might be safe, but Lexington is trying to make a charge here.
Ali Kalari running a very solid final leg here for Lexington. Lexington and Mann battling for 2nd, but Lucy Rumler, the senior from Wando, with a sizable lead for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's about 30, 40 meters for Rumler. And she comes into the 3rd turn in the final 150 meters of this race. Rumler looking strong, the senior. Look of determination as she is trying to take the Warriors to a gold medal performance here in the 2012 4x800 meter relay, and it is going to be all Wando, Emerson. There is no way that Lexington will be able to catch Wando. And that is a big time there, 9:27, I believe it was, and that might be a new state record in the girls 4x800 relay.
It's going to be very close.
It is very close. The
Somerville's got the record back in 2007. We'll check the final results.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a state record here for Wando as they win the 4x800 meter relay. Here's a look at the official times.
Unofficially, that was a 9:25.37, which is a new state record. Coach Cummings on the infield.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the award stand at this time, we have the girls 4A 4x800 meter relay. In 8th place, running 10:25.74, Blythewood. In 7th, at 10:05.39, Spring Valley. In 6th, at 9:55.75, Wren. In 5th, 9:48.56, James Island. 4th, 9:39.20, Dorman. In 3rd place, 9:35.17, Lexington. Your runner-up at 9:32.35, J.L. Mann. And your champions in the girls 4x800 meter relay for 4A in a time of 9:25.40, which is a new state record. Wando High School. New state record, Wando girls 4x8. Congratulations to all the ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, this next race is our last race on the track for the evening, and it features two teams that have been in the top 10 in the nation in this event all year. Should be a great race.
boys 4x8 4A teams. Please report to the track immediately. This is the final running event of the night. The current state record, 7:53 flat.
The headliner on that last year was that,
The current state record of 7:53 flat is held by Spring Valley.
Now ready for the 4A boys 4x800 meter relay in Emerson. This race featuring two of the top 10 relay teams, not only in South Carolina, but in the entire nation.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Bert. Spartanburg, at one time this year, had run the second fastest time in the nation in this event. And also, at one point this year, Lexington had run one of the top 5 times in the country this year. So, Spartanburg and Lexington certainly two of the favorites in this race. Spring Valley won this event in 2010. They set the state record when they won the event here on this track. I'm sorry, that was over at Lowell Richland High School 2 years ago. So it'll likely be one of those three, Birch. Spring Valley, Spartanburg, and Lexington. Dutch Fork will certainly contend in this race as well.
Well, Spartanburg is in lane 1, Lexington in lane number 2. Dutch Fork is assigned to lane number 3, Spring Valley in 4, Beaufort lane 5, Stratford is in lane 6, Northwestern in lane 7, and Fort Dorchester in lane number 8. The 4x800 meter relay 4A classification is underway. Could we see a state record fall?
Beaufort off to a good start here with Teray Davis. Davis right there with Brett Freed from Spartanburg.
Spartanburg and Lexington, two of the top 10 relay teams in the country, going for a state championship here in South Carolina. As you see, Spartanburg with the early lead with the baton. That is Brett Freed, the junior. And as expected, there is Lexington.
Lexington won this event last year, Birch.
That's Eric Wendt with the baton for Lexington. He's a junior. And Lexington has the lead early after the first 400 meters. Looks like Stratford making a little push as well. And here comes Spartanburg again. And it is Spartanburg racing ahead of Lexington, but they are now shoulder to shoulder. And you've got to love, as a broadcaster, the Spartanburg Vikings, as they've got the numerals on the jersey there, Emerson, and you don't see that very often, if not at all, in track and field.
Tight race. You know, Beaufort got off to a good start. Now they have fallen 25 meters back, but the top 7 still very, very tight at this point.
Now Lexington with the lead now as Stratford moves into second place. And Lexington is in first place after the first baton exchange. With it now for Lexington is the sophomore Tony Morales.
Eric Wendt, an outstanding first leg for Lexington. You know, it was tight throughout, and Wendt just ran hard the last 400 meters or more to give Lexington this lead. Now Morales will battle with DeQuarian Thomas from Spartanburg, and also up front there, Birch, it looks like
Spring Valley
High School with Connor McCormick. The
home track here for the Vikings of Spring Valley. As Emerson said, 2 years ago when this event was held at Lower Richland High School. Spring Valley and those Johnson brothers established the state record at 7:55 flat. That is cruising.
7:53 flat is the state record. That's right. Johnson & Johnson, Snell Grove, and Ivy ran the 4 legs 2 years ago for Spring Valley when they set that state record.
The Vikings in third place in this event. It is still Lexington and Spartanburg running 1 and 2.
You got to think about this, Birch. 2 of the 5 fastest times in the nation represented by the 2 teams out in front right now. Lexington wearing blue with Tony Morales running this second leg. DeQuarian Thomas from Spartanburg in second place right now.
A battle for third is brewing between Spring Valley and Stratford as Northwestern making a move as well. Sam Aronson for Northwestern. Coming down the final 100 meters for the second leg runners. It is Lexington with the lead, but closing the gap is Spartanburg. Look at that kick by Spartanburg's DeQuarian Thomas. Thomas trying to rub shoulder to shoulder with Lexington. Third baton change now. It is Zach Langston for Lexington and Connor Leroy for Spartanburg. Spring Valley is in third place.
It's an 8-lap race, Birch. Better than 2.5 legs in now. Coming up on 2.5 legs, and we have settled absolutely nothing. Lexington in blue, Spring Valley in the navy blue and yellow out in front.
Well, that's
Spartanburg, rather.
Now Lexington has reclaimed it just like that. It is Lexington, Spartanburg, and then Spring Valley. The Vikings in third place. And Lexington with a body length's lead. Coming down to the final 400 meters.
See the focus of these 2
for
runners.
The third leg.
Zach Langston from Lexington, Birch, with his eyes directly at the ground, just worried about one pace after the next, where Spartanburg with Connor Leroy able to sort of hang back, engage, or size up Zach Langston. And now Langston beginning to open up a bit of a cushion for the Lexington Wildcats.
Yeah, Langston coming into the third turn. 150 meters away from passing the baton to the anchor leg runner. For Lexington, that will be Colby Coulter.
Zach Langston continuing to run strong for Lexington High School. Their lead growing upwards of 15 to 20 meters now.
Nate Gordon will run the anchor leg for Spartanburg. And you've got to watch out for Nate Gordon because he is one of the fastest individual 800-meter runners in South Carolina.
No question about it. So Lexington would like to have as large a cushion as possible as Gordon takes the hand. Oh, they dropped the baton. Oh, that's a killer. And now Gordon's really got his work cut out for him, Birch.
Yeah, a mistake on the exchange there could cost Spartanburg. Gordon is really going to have to give it all he has. With it for Lexington and the Wildcats, Colby Coulter. 20-meter lead for Coulter.
Gordon closing quickly, Birch. He has really made up ground in a hurry.
And we have our first nominee for the Emerson Phillips all-hair team. We normally don't crown or form one for track and field, but Nate Gordon with the yellow tips, he certainly will make your cut.
Right, the blonde tips for Nate Gordon from Spartanburg High School, I believe, will give birth to the track and field all-hair team here in 2012, Birch.
And Gordon, how about that? He has just chased down Lexington and Colby Coulter, and it was a sloppy baton exchange as well. The baton hit the ground. Gordon had to retrieve it.
And a little more than a lap and a quarter required for Gordon to close about a 40-meter advantage for Lexington. We're getting a look at Nate Gordon in the blue and gold from Spartanburg High School.
Will he have enough gas in the tank, though, Emerson, because he had to start out with such a fast pace after losing the baton and also being in second place.
Coulter running a veterans race right here. Birch, he surrendered the lead, but he clearly left something in the tank.
That's right, and Gordon, I think, was
Gordon's out of gas.
running at premium octane for the first 400, and now that tank has gone empty. It is going to be Coulter and the Lexington Wildcats. And Emerson, this could be a state record 749.
It
is. Another state championship record has been established right before our eyes here on the SCHSL network. The record held by Spring Valley is no longer, as Lexington sets the new state record. Colby Coulter and the Lexington Wildcats holding off the charge. What a great race that was.
Great battle. Gordon from Spartanburg beat out by Coulter from Lexington, and a new state record for the Wildcats.
How about that? Great crowd on hand here at Harry Perrone Stadium as Lexington wins the 4x800 meter relay, and they will set a new state meet record. This has been a production of Play On Sports. Let's take